Hi, Cody.
Hello.
So first of all, congratulations. Can I just say, wow, you were truly the underdog of the movie. I did not see that coming, and I've been telling everyone how you did such a fantastic job with this one.
Thank you. That means the world to me. Thank you very much.
I love how we underestimate Peter. We don't really know what he's thinking. So what did you love about playing to that aspect where you know more than the viewer does when we're watching it?
Yeah, I mean that was something that brought me a lot of joy in originally reading the script, and is what attracted me to him, because I always just was thinking like, how would an actor portray a character like this that has so much internalized, but is actually really strong in who he is and how he identifies with himself and others. Um, I I had to do a lot of work with Jane in terms of just she challenged me and my approach, which I think we can all become comfortable in, our craft. And it's always good to be challenged and find reward beyond that when you explore, new areas of techniques and things like that. So, I mean, a lot of that work of the fine tuning was done with Jane. So I'm grateful to her. But yeah.
Yes, Jane is famous for her rigorous pre-shooting prep. So I do want to know what were these unique challenges that she threw your way because I believe the others did some of the dream work, but for you it was a little more internalized. So what were some of the challenges that she threw for you to actually get into the character?
Yeah, I find she's amazing because she has such an amazing intuition for reading people. And so, in that sense, she adapts to each actor and how she thinks she could challenge them, which is amazing. We didn't all have our own, exact same approach. So, that in itself was amazing to be a part of. But for me, she just had me kind of explore new techniques like Alexander technique, and these things weren't new to me. It was more like re-exploring them. As I said, you become comfortable with your approach, but it's really healthy to be able to surrender your ego and its defiance and explore new territory, and re-explore things that you think you may have mastered in the past. We never master anything. We're always a student to our craft and to the universe. So she really enforced that, and I find that I always want to be challenged in that way by a director or any collaborator that I'm working with. So that was a real gift.
Mhm. Yeah, and you've said that playing Peter sort of gave you the opportunity to own yourself and own the things that maybe are not accepted in society. So how did you see yourself reflected in this?
I mean, I just think from what I've heard, I'm quite different sometimes in some ways, in my interests and the way that I carry myself, walk, talk, possibly. I'm not really aware of it because I'm me, but um, I mean, my life has been a constant state of, I guess, just embracing who I am, especially the more that I'm on the world stage and in front of people. It's all fine and dandy when I'm given a script and I'm given lines and a director tells me how to move and talk and walk. But when it comes to representing yourself, that can be quite the challenge sometimes, especially with social media and the way that our world of and judgment and the way that people view you is always expanding. So I think it's really, really important to, much like Peter, embrace who you are fully and never try to be something you're not, because you'll never be understood in that way.
You have there's this very powerful scene in the film with no dialogue. It's one of my favorites. There's barely a little bit of dialogue where you're sharing cigarettes with Benedict, and that moment just captures everything. Because what was it like working with him to create such moments in small moments in the film like that? Because now I know, looking back, what Peter was actually thinking in that role, and I'm like, whoa. So yeah, talk a bit about that.
Yeah, it was special. I mean, I think the essence that surrounded us in the moment of shooting that Jane creates and perpetuates. She kind of made it quite the closed set, and there wasn't people there that didn't have to be there. It was very intimate, and the lighting was beautiful. There was just so many elements that put you already into that position to be so free to explore whatever it was, the sensual nature of the scene, or the anxiety of it, or the impending doom. There's so many different faces to that scene and emotions that people are walking away from it with different interpretations. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to do that.
That's amazing. Well, it's just you did a fantastic job. Thank you so much, and I'm really rooting for you for award season. You really deserve it. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye bye.